Good morning to one and all. Myself dealing with the subject refrigeration air conditioner for the diploma in mechanical engineering 5th sem. So today's topic is methods of refrigeration. In refrigeration air conditioning, there are 8 units. First 5 units deals with the refrigeration and last 3 units air conditioning. So in first unit, the topic is fundamental of refrigeration and air conditioning. Again, in first unit, there are two parts, fundamentals of refrigeration and air conditioning. So in fundamentals of refrigeration, we will discuss about the principle of refrigeration, methods of refrigeration, applications of refrigeration, definition of refrigeration, unit of refrigeration, refrigerator heat pump, differences between heat engine, refrigerator and heat pump. So these are the topics we will discuss in fundamentals of refrigeration. And in fundamentals of air conditioning, we will discuss about the two cycles, air conditioning cycle and open and closed cycles, and some of the problems are there. So first unit we have theory along with the problems. In second unit we will discuss about vapor compressor refrigeration system. In vapor compression refrigeration system we will discuss about the basic concepts of vapor compressor system, Carnot vapor refrigeration system, wet and dry compression, factors affecting the compression, use of flash chamber and accumulator, actual vapor compressor cycle. So in second unit also some of the problems are there. So second unit we have problems. And in third unit we will discuss about the vapor absorption system. In vapor absorption system, we will discuss about the advantages and limitations of vapor absorption system, absorbent refrigeration pairs, desirable properties of refrigerant and absorbents, simple vapor absorption system, COP of absorption system, actual vapor absorption refrigeration system, comparison between absorption and compression, electroflux refrigeration, comparison between two fluids, three fluids, lithium bromide and solar powered absorption system. So third unit we will discuss about this topic. In fourth unit, refrigeration equipments. So in refrigeration, there are four equipments, compressors, condensers, expansion valves and evaporators. So various classifications of these equipments are discussed in the refrigeration equipments. And fifth unit, refrigeration and air conditioning. So in refrigerants and air conditioning, there are two topics. In first topic, we will discuss about the refrigerants, and in second topic, we will discuss about the refrigeration. That is applications of refrigeration. In refrigerants, we will discuss about the properties of refrigerants. There are three properties: thermodynamic properties, physical properties, and chemical properties. And in the classifications of refrigerant, we will discuss here. So fundamentals of various classifications of refrigerants and properties of refrigerants we will discuss. And in second part, applications of refrigerants. Some of the applications like domestic refrigerator, ice plant, water cooler, cold storage and dry ice are discussed. And in sixth unit, so first 5 units refrigeration and next 3 units air conditioning. In sixth unit, the topic is fundamentals of air conditioning equipments. In fundamentals of air conditioning equipment, we will discuss about the classification of air conditioning equipment, definition and meaning of air conditioning, comfort air conditioning and applications of air conditioning. And air conditioning equipments such as fans and blowers, ducts, supply air outlets, return outlets, air distributions, filters and dust collectors, heating and cooling system, air distribution system in a room. So these are the topics we will discuss here. And in seventh unit, psychometry. So in seventh unit, we will discuss about the psychometric terms, different types of psychometric charts, psychometric process, and mixing of air streams. And in eighth unit, the main topic is applications of air conditioning. In applications of air conditioning, we'll discuss about the applications such as air coolers, window air conditioning, cooling towers, air conditioning system, and classifications of air conditioning systems. So these are the various topics we'll discuss in the eighth unit. So this is your syllabus. So that there are totally 8 units. So the outline of my presentation is introduction of refrigeration, principle of refrigeration, classification of refrigeration, and methods of refrigeration, and also applications of refrigeration. So these are the various topics we will discuss in our today's session. So in first unit topic is fundamental of refrigeration. So in that first topic is introduction to refrigeration. So refrigeration is a branch of science which deals with the production and maintenance temperature below that than the surrounding temperature. Means we have to reduce the temperature than the surroundings. For that, what are the various producing and maintaining equipments and temperatures are there. So this is the refrigeration. And also in refrigeration is the process of removing heat from space or a substance and to reduce and maintain temperature lower than the surroundings. So that means if we take the surroundings, we have to maintain the temperature lower than the surroundings. Suppose if the room temperature is 32 degrees centigrade, we have to reduce the temperature less than 32 degrees centigrade. So how we'll reduce the temperature? By removing of the heat from the space or a substance. So this process is known as the refrigeration. So what is the history of the refrigeration? The history of the refrigeration starts with the value of the ice. Means from the ice, the history of the refrigeration starts. In biblical times, Romans harvested ice from Alps and carried it through Roman for cooling the empirical drinks. So in biblical times, Romans used to harvest the ice. Means they prepared the ice from Alps and carried to Roman. They are used the ice for cooling of the empirical drinks. And next one is, and after the Romans, in Middle East and India, water was used for cooled by evaporation through the porous clay ponds. Means if we take the clay pond and the water was heated and that steam is stored in the clay pond. After some time, the steam gets condensed and converted into water, and that water is converted in the form of ice. So this is the process of refrigeration in Middle East and Indian water. And in the Indian subcontinent water, they used soaked mats were hugged across the windows and doors to provide evaporative cooling during hot, dry weather. Means by the temperature cooling due to the hot and dry weather, it is stored in the windows and doors. And next one is in 1970. In 1748, mechanically cooled systems are used for the refrigeration. And in And in 1834, a closed refrigeration system is used, that is compression system is used. And in 1844, air cycle refrigeration is used. And in 1859, vapor absorption refrigeration system is used, in which ammonia and water cycle is used for the absorption system. So this is the history of the refrigeration. Ice is used for, in biblical times, ice is used for storing of beverages. And in Middle East and India, water is used for windows. In the East subcontinent, water is used for the soaked mats. And in 1748, the mechanical instruments are used. In 1834, a closed refrigeration system, that is compression process, is used. In 1844, air cycle refrigeration is used. And in 1859, vapor absorption refrigeration system is used. And the definition of the refrigeration. What is the definition of a refrigeration? Refrigeration is defined as method of production of temperature lower than those of surroundings and maintain the lower temperature within the boundary space. Means refrigeration is the method of producing lower temperature than the surroundings, and we have to maintain the lower temperature within the boundary of the space. This refrigeration means this cooling methods is produced in three ways. First one, melting of the solid, sublimation of the solid, and evaporation of the liquid. So to produce these certain effects, certain machineries, and hence this method is called as the refrigeration. Means by using the machineries, we are cooling the temperature than the surroundings. This method is known as refrigeration. The machines which are employed for the refrigeration is known as refrigerating machines or refrigerators. And the working mediums used for these machines is known as refrigerators. Means the cooling medium which is used for reducing the temperature lower than the surroundings, that cooling mediums are known as the refrigerators, and the machines are known as refrigerating machines or refrigerators, and the process is known as the refrigeration. Classifications of the refrigerations. Refrigeration implies the cooling system obtained in the two methods, natural method and artificial method. In natural method, the refrigeration effect is produced by bringing to a cooled in direct or indirect contact with the cooling medium, such as the chilled water or air. Means in refrigeration effect, the substances which is used for cooling by using direct method or indirect method with the cooling medium. The cooling medium here used are chilled water or ice. This process is known as the natural method. And second one is the artificial method or mechanical method. This artificial or mechanical method in which the refrigeration is produced by supplying the energy in the form of heat or work to operate the system. Means by using the machines, we are reducing the temperatures. How we are reducing the temperature? By supplying the energy in the form of work or heat to operate the system. In mechanical refrigeration, depends on various evaporation of liquid refrigeration and circulate using equipments, namely some of the mechanical equipments such as evaporators, compressors, condensers, expansion valves are used. So in natural system, by natural cooling only the refrigeration process starts, whereas in artificial method, some of the equipments used to convert the energy to work or heat such as evaporators, compressors, condensers, and expansions. In industries, artificial or mechanical methods or mechanical methods are used, such as air refrigeration and vapor refrigerations. In air refrigerators, again there are two cycles, reversed Carnot cycle and Bell-Coleman cycle. Whereas in vapor refrigeration, there are two cycles, vapor compression refrigeration system and vapor absorption refrigeration system. So we mainly discuss about the artificial methods, that is mechanical methods only we will discuss in our syllabus. Next, method of refrigeration, that is methods of mechanical refrigerations. The various methods of mechanical refrigeration such as ice refrigeration, dry ice refrigeration, air expansion refrigeration, evaporative refrigeration, gas throttling refrigeration, steam jet refrigeration, liquid gas refrigeration, vapor compression refrigeration system, vapor absorption refrigeration system. So these are the various methods of mechanical refrigeration. In that, first one is ice refrigeration. In ice refrigeration, the refrigeration effect may be produced by bringing the substance to be cooled in direct or indirect method. So there are two methods, direct method and indirect method. By artificial process, in first one is the direct method. In direct method, the ice is kept in some compartments or the articles to be cooled. Means if we take one compartment, in that compartment we will take the ice, and this ice is placed at some height and cools the surroundings. The cooled air, due to the high density below the warmer temperature, air towards the ice. Means if we kept the ice at higher temperature, due to the high density, it warms below, displacing the ice around towards the water, that is the air. In stored space, cool air is warmed by absorption the heat from the products to be cooled and rises through the storage space due to the light density. So finally it returns to the air space, and this circulation gets repeated. Means from the storage, the cool air due to the high density passes through the ice, and again after absorbing the heat, the products to be cooled, and after the cooling, the lighter density particles again returns to the process. This is a continuation process. And in second method is indirect method. So in indirect method, there are four compartments: A compartment, B compartment, C and D compartment. So ice is stored in the D compartment, where the surroundings with the vertical tubes. Means in the three compartments, A, B, C compartments, there are some vertical tubes. Cold brine is circulated through the spaces A, B, C. So in A, B, C, the cold brine is circulated. And finally, the brine returns to the ice compartments. Means the brine is returned to the ice compartment. This brine used to absorb the heat from the compartments A, B, C and returns to the compartment D. Again, the compartment D absorbs the heat which is coming from the brine solution. Again, the process gets repeated. So this is the process of the indirect method. And next method is dry ice refrigeration. Dry ice is the solidified form of carbon dioxide. So in dry ice, we use only carbon dioxide. It evaporates directly from solid to vapor without liquid phase. Means in dry ice, carbon dioxide changes its phases from solid to vapor. This phenomena is called as the sublimation. So the atmospheric pressure dry ice sublimates at minus 78 degrees centigrade for carbon dioxide. In this method, dry ice flakes are used. Dry ice flakes are placed in the containing with food stocks. Means if we take the food stock, the carbon dioxide is placed here. So the dry ice sublimates, means it converts the solid form to vapor form, and it absorbs the heat from the food and thus keeps in the frozen state. So it is used for the storage of the food only, that is frozen fruits and ice creams, and it is also used for storage and transportations. So dry ice directly carbon dioxide solid form directly converts to the vapor form, and this vapor absorbs the heat from the food which has to be stored in the storage. And next method is air expansion. In this method, the air is compressed to 5 bars and cooled down at constant pressure. So in air expansion, the maximum pressure compressed is 5 bars at constant pressure. And it is compressed adiabatically to a pressure of 1 bar. So the maximum temperature in the reduction in a given pressure ranges because a work is done by expansion of internal energy. Means the maximum temperature to be reduced at a constant pressure because the work done in the expansion of internal energy which depends on the temperature. Means this temperature absorbs the heat from the surroundings. The cool air thus obtained is circulated through the cold chamber to remove the heat from the products and stored in it. And next method is evaporative refrigeration. Evaporative refrigeration is the old method for providing cooling effect. In this method, water evaporates by absorbing the latent heat from the surroundings. So from absorbing the latent heat from the surrounding temperature get reduced. So the refrigeration process occurs. So thus the air is cooled and circulated to the cold chamber. This method, evaporative refrigeration, is used for making the artificial snow. And next one is the gas throttling refrigeration. During the throttling process, there is no enthalpy. Enthalpy in the process remains constant for a perfect gas when there is no change in temperature. However, for the actual gases, there is sustainable change, usually a decrease in the temperature. But in actual process, if it consider perfect gases, there is no enthalpy, means there is no change in temperature and pressure. But in actual process, there is a decrease in the temperature. This temperature drops due to Joule-Thomson coefficient. This pressure drop and initially state of the gas. High pressure is throttled through the porous plug in the space to be cooled. Means if we take the porous plug, a high pressure gas to be cooled or
excuse me,
through after absorbing the heat from the space. This produces the refrigeration effect in the space or the products kept in the space. Next one is the steam jet refrigeration. The basic principle of the steam jet refrigeration is that boiling of the water is lowered as the pressure is reduced. So the high pressure is supplied to the nozzle from the boiler and it is expanded. So if we take the flash chamber containing of 100 kg of water, if suddenly 1 kg of water is removed from the boiling, so this pressure is reduced by throttling of a steam through a nozzle. So the high pressure air is enters with the high velocity into the steam jet and then compressed in a thermocompressor. This kinetic energy of the mixture is converted into the static pressure and the mass is discharged in the condenser. This condenser is usually returned to the boiler. Thus the process gets repeated. And next one is the liquid gas refrigeration. The use in liquid gas refrigeration, the liquids used are liquid nitrogen carbon dioxide and the gas used is nitrogen gas. And it is used for the transportation vehicles. The cost of the liquid being rather than that of the refrigerants and then be released to the evaporation. Means this process, the liquid is used to the liquid refrigerant, that is nitrogen gas and liquid carbon dioxide, is used to remove the heat from the surroundings, and these are used as a refrigerants, and this heat is released to the atmosphere. So this is the process of the liquid gas refrigeration. Next one is the vapor compression refrigeration system. It is used in all refrigeration system. Means vapor compression refrigeration system is used for all refrigeration system. In this, the working fluid used to change the phase in this process. Means in the process, the phase changes occurs. This refrigeration obtained by refrigerant vapors at low temperatures only. Next one is the vapor absorption refrigeration system. So in vapor absorption refrigeration system, the absorption process, absorbing fluid vapor, that is ammonia, is used, and the carrier here is used as a liquid. Means from ammonia and the liquid, but from the ammonia and liquid, the compression process, the absorption process takes place. Pumping this solution to a high pressure releases in a single pump. So from producing the vapors from the solutions by a heating. This is the basic principle of the vapor absorption refrigeration system. Next, applications of the refrigeration system. The following are the applications of the refrigeration system: ice making, transportation of food above and freezing point, industrial air conditioning, comfort air conditioning, chemical and related industries, medical and surgical aids, and it is used for processing of foods products and beverages, and it is used for oil refining and synthetic rubber manufacturing. Refrigeration process is used for manufacturing and treatments of the metals, and it is used for freezing of the food products, and some of miscellaneous applications such as extremely at low temperature, plumbing, and building construction. So these are the various applications of the refrigeration. So in our session, we will discuss about the definition of a refrigeration, methods of a refrigeration, and various applications of a refrigeration system.